Hello great people, this is James. Welcome to Self-Made Finance, where we teach you to be your own finance manager. Today we're talking about life fears that keep us poor. You know, as individuals, we have our fears. We know things that we are afraid of, things that we wish never happened to us. But do you know that some of these fears can keep us poor? In this video, I will give you 5 life fears that can keep you poor, how you can avoid them. Welcome back to Self-Made Finance, where we teach you to be your own finance manager. Please do well to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell so that anytime we drop a video, you can have it. So we're going straight to the life fears that we have for you today. 5 of them. The first one is a fear of missing out. You know, there are a lot of people who are afraid that they're going to miss out on what people are doing. They're going to miss out on what everybody's doing. You know, that fear make them do certain things that they are not supposed to do. That fear make them use their money the way they're not supposed to use it. That fear makes them, you know, invest in things that they are not supposed to invest in, and that keeps them poor. You know, so fear of missing out. So how do you avoid that? How do you stop that? You know, you need to know that irrespective of what you do, there are people who are going to do things that you cannot do. So don't be afraid that you're missing out. Don't be afraid that you're not able to do what everybody's doing. In the first place, you don't have to follow the crowd. That is the best thing for your life. So don't be afraid that everybody's doing something you cannot do. Just focus on what you're doing. Just know that what you're doing is right and just do it. Please don't be afraid that you cannot go on vacation when everybody's going on vacation. Don't be afraid that everybody's using the best cars around when you cannot do it. So don't be afraid that you miss out on what everybody's doing and you're going to be fine. Secondly, the fear of criticisms. You know, what are people going to say about what I'm doing? What are people going to say about what I didn't do? What are people going to say about, you know, what I'm about to do? So a lot of dreams are buried because people are afraid of what people are going to say about it. People have a lot of great plans that they can do to, you know, better their lives. But the fear of what people are going to see it, the fear of what people are going to say about it has kept those dreams and plans. You know, so the fear of what people are going to say, the fear of criticisms, you know, has stopped a lot of dreams. Please don't be afraid of what people say, because no matter what you do, people are going to talk about it. Whether you do it or you don't do it, people are going to talk about it. So why don't you do it? So don't let that fear keep you down. Just know that no matter what, irrespective of who you are, people are going to talk about you. So just do what you have to do and get yourself up there. Next is the fear of poverty. Everybody is afraid to be poor, you know. So the fear of poverty is making people, you know, not likely to, you know, take certain risks that you're supposed to take. They are afraid that if I do this, I'm going to be poor. If I do this, I'm not going to have the money that I'm supposed to make. And so they don't take certain decisions that they are supposed to take. They don't take certain risks that they are supposed to take that's expected to make them rich. So the fear of poverty. Are you somebody who's afraid of poverty? Are you somebody who's afraid that if you do certain things, you're going to be poor, even though you know those things are right things to be done? It means that you're suffering from the fear of poverty. Please get yourself up there. Just have a solid plan. I'm actually going to have a video on how to overcome the fear of poverty. So just always try to follow me so that when I drop that video, you can have that. But what I'm saying is that the fear of poverty can make you poor if you don't handle that well. So the fear of poverty can make you poor. Next is the fear of death. You know, we're all supposed to be afraid of death, but not to the extent of not doing the certain things that we're supposed to do. You know, not to the extent of not planning for our future, because we know that, you know, death can happen to us at a point in time. So people are stuck into what they're doing right now, that they don't plan for the future because they know that, you know, that can happen to them, and some people will even come and spend their money. No, we don't have to be afraid of that. If we are able to make that money, make that projections, make that investment into the future, and then we are dead, at least there's somebody who can benefit from that. So the fear of death shouldn't keep us from doing what we're supposed to do. So what about if you don't die now? What are you going to do? How are you going to live, you know, financially, if you don't plan towards those things? So don't let the fear of death keep you down. We are going to die one day, but we still need to make the money that we are supposed to make for ourselves and for our families and for the community or the country we find ourselves in. So the fear of death is there, but make sure that you don't allow that to overcome you, so that you don't take the decisions that you're supposed to take. So I know people who don't plan for their retirement because they know that, they're not going to get to that point. That is there. You can take them and all that. So please, no matter what happens, the money is going to be spent. Finally, fear of the unknown or fear of the future. There are people who are afraid of the future. They feel that, they cannot control the future. They feel that they cannot control what's going to happen in the future. And so they live in the moment. They live in their current state, neglecting the future. But life is not supposed to be lived that way. We need to plan for the future, even though we don't know what's going to happen. But once we have a solid plan for the future, irrespective of what happens, we can still live a very good financial life. So don't be afraid. If there's a risk you need to take, let's do that. If there's an investment we need to do, let's do that. Don't be afraid of the future. Go by your plan, and I believe you can be fine. So you see, it's okay to have some life fears, it's okay because we are human beings, we have emotions, and so it's okay to have some fears in life. But if you're not very careful, these things can box you into a particular corner that you cannot do the things that you're supposed to do, and these things can make you poor. So please, let's go through these life fears that I've just shared with you and just try our best to overcome them if we have them, so that we can get ourselves free and then live the life we're supposed to live. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Self-Made Finance. God bless you.